Hi, I'm Krisha. I'm going to be presenting my code for homework two. So for homework two, we had three inputs and we're using that to calculate either a mean or an RMS value and then graphing it along with the inputs. So I'm going to be starting with the sub VI for this homework. So as you can see, we have four inputs. The first three are going to be used in calculating either a mean or RMS value, while X4 has an input of either 0 or 1 and will be used to indicate whether we're which formula that we're going to be using. Our output displays our calculated RMS or mean value, and the string indicates whether or not a correct X4 value was used. So I'm going to be moving over to the block diagram for the sub VI. And as you can see, we still have our four inputs to the left, and they're being fed into a formula node that uses X4 to determine which formula to use. So if X4 is equal to 0, it it calculates the mean of the three values. And it also gets assigned a value of 1 to this variable called valid, which I'll explain in a minute. And then if X4 is 1, it calculates the RMS value, and it also gives a value of 1 to valid. And if it is any other number, the output is 0 divided by 0, which reads as NaN in LabVIEW. And our valid number is now 0. So as you can see to the right, there is there's a block, and when the value is 0, it will read a string called that it'll read a string that says an invalid X4 value was used. The allowed values are 0 or 1. And if valid is 1, it reads a string that says a valid X4 value was used. And we can see this as we use our sub VI. So 2, 1, 3, and we're going to start by calculating our mean. We got 2, we have a valid X4 value. We're going to change X4 to 1. We get our RMS value, and we have a valid X4 value. Let's change it to 0.5. As you can see, our output ran NaN, and our string indicates that we should try a different number. So now I'm going to be moving on to the front panel of my VI. As you can see, we have 5 plots. For the top 3 are our inputs, our bottom 2 are our mean and our RMS. At the top, it indicates our t value, and at the bottom, we have a stop button. So now looking at our block diagram for the VI, we can see that these are our sub VIs over here. We can see that our iteration counter is to the left of us, and it is being multiplied by 0.1, and it is becoming a variable called t, and t is being fed into a formula node that calculates values for M1, M2, and M3, which were provided in the homework. M1, M2, and M3 are directly fed into graph generators, and then it looks a little messy, but brace with me. The two sub VIs, they each have 4 inputs and they have 2 outputs. I'm only using one output for this case for simplicity, but our 4 inputs are M1, M2, and M3. And then for our mean, we have a constant block of 0. And then for our RMS, we have a constant block of 1. And that is for the if statements in our sub VIs. Um, so that's why from here there's being branches pulled off and there's one going here and one going there and there's no way of making it look neat, so it's gonna look like the way it is right now. Um, and then we have a wait button, which is it's to help with the graph. The graph was moving really quickly when I first had it going, to the point where it was really hard to see kind of what was going on. And this just helps with visibility. And then I think most importantly, we have a manual stop button to to stop to stop the while loop. And now I'm going to run our VI. So as you can see, it is forming as we go, and we're going to stop at 9.3 seconds. And well, that is all I have for homework 2. Thank you for watching.